Hi, beautiful people. Happy New Year. Yes, 2025. Yay. Well, I hope you had wonderful time with your loved ones for those who have families around. For those who have families abroad, we are in the same boat. This is Your Story, My Inspiration podcast. My name is Rosina, your host. For real though, holidays reminds me that I am far away from my family. And that is totally normal. And I'm gonna say something. People who live in states that have those white stuff during winter, cold snow, oh, that thing used to remind me like, oh yeah, Rosine, you are abroad. Like snow reminds me that I am abroad. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's what it reminds me. And but stay encouraged, because this is why we make meaningful connections, genuine connections, to make friends around. Because to be honest with you, for the maybe 3 last years, I had invites like here and there, and people wanted me to go to their families, of course, because they knew that I'm here by myself. And it was really a great experience to see their traditions. And I was blessed enough to go to families that were celebrating Thanksgiving, which a gathering of the whole family where you are grateful for good things happen and stuff, like thanking each other, and they share food and drinks, and they share laughter. That was a good experience. And I had also the chance to go to Christmas parties in families, and I'm grateful for all families that invited me, because it's always a great experience to see how others celebrate in other cultures. And it's really a blessing to get to know people, what they do. And it reminded me most of my traditions back home, how we gathered. And Christmas time for families here, let me tell you something. They do this wonderful thing. They give each other gifts. Like, let's say Rosine, who has a family that is large, fairy, I mean, half soccer team, I would get like 5 gifts from my siblings, which means that we are 6. I mean, yeah. So everybody in the family has a gift for their siblings. So a bunch of gifts. And I'm blessed that this year I got some gifts too. Yay! I'm grateful for families that invite people to celebrate with them, because it's really wonderful and it's caring and sharing. So let's say that 2024 is behind us. Whatever you achieved, be grateful for, and look forward to 2025, which why I'm here. What happened in 2024? Let's see. Let's look back to what we've learned together. I am gonna start by just thanking everybody. I mean, subscribers, guests. Oh God, I can't even. Oh, shout out to the very first people who trusted me with only 30-ish subscribers, like, and hopped on the camera. Shout out to these people. Lillian, hi, thank you for the trust. Dennis, oh my God, merci beaucoup. Thank you for sharing your expertise. People here and there, we learned so many things. Thanks to Margaret. Thanks for sharing how to do a good resume. You can go back and watch these videos, and let's talk about some of the things that we learned together, such as first days. Who forget about first days in the US? They are treasure. You can't, like, getting lost, learning a new language because your tongue rolls in a different way that creates an accent, blah blah blah. We learned so much. And there is one of the episode that go through that titled uh, let's say if I can use my brain right now to remember the episode name, or look into my notes right now, which was actually about how to overcome language barrier in a new country. Yes, my brain can work, but I had a glance at my notes. And there are so many episodes that I can go back and watch. Like, for example, I had a good interview with Dennis, a very interesting way to see things, because when I started this podcast, I thought the hardship I went through in the past it was because I come from a different world in Africa, and just talking to different people from various continents such as Asia and Europe, it taught me that it doesn't matter where you come from, but what matters is how you adjust, how you choose to do things to be successful. Thank you, Dennis, for a good interview where you specifically said that you were challenged about how people socialize here, which is different from Europe. And that was like, I wasn't surprised, because that was the same challenge that I went through. Like, how do people socialize here? And it's a new country, it's a new environment, of course. So I can name so many things that we learned together. I remember when Lillian mentioned that the education system here is a little bit different from China, and I can say the same, because I went to school here and it was really challenging. But the bottom line, you go through all those challenges and you overcome them. And I'm assuring you, most of episodes that I did in the past, I worked on, I provided also some tips that helped me. And my guest also gave their experience and said what helped them. And you can go back and watch some of them and remind yourself how to overcome some of the those challenges, because it's always like a journey, it's always a learning curve when you have to when you have goals to achieve. Of course, you work so hard to achieve those goals. I remember when we talked about African timing and Western timing, it was a solo episode, but I can tell that the information that was in there, because it was the most viewed that week, it was the most viewed video, because African timing is a thing, and we tend not to know when to adjust, when to know that it's a different country that we are in, and then respect people's time and make sure that we stay professional. And in real life, you have to show up for somebody. Don't say in an hour, then get there an hour-ish. Even that ish is not, just go back and look into those videos that I made in the past that will help you. Getting back to some of the interviews that really, blew, like the one that I did with Margaret. Thank you, Margaret, for helping us to know how to do a good resume and land a good job. That was really, the most viewed too that month, because we had like really informative like things to talk about, key things to put in a resume. And you can just go back and watch it on my YouTube channel. Should I remind you? Yes, Rosine D. Kamugisha. We had really a very interesting conversation with Margaret, because some of the things that we didn't know, or we knew just a little about, like trade courses that you can do instead of going for 4 years, like fully going to community college or university, and you can do various stuff. Maybe when she gets time, we come back on those trade courses that you can do instead of going for like a whole year or 2 years, things that can really help you to make money here and have a good career without going for a degree. Not everybody want to go for full 4 years, because it's challenging, and some people have priorities, which we respect a lot. So I'm glad that she brought that up, and now we can look up online and see what we want to do. Like, you don't necessarily have to have a master's degree or something else like PhD. But talking about PhD, Dr. Archana, hi. I hope you are having fun whatever you went to. Thank you for a great experience, and you were so you inspired so many young people. You're so young and you got your, oh my gosh. Dr. Archana, thank you so much for the expertise. Shout out, because it was like a long journey, and whatever, I can't even pronounce it right, whatever the major was in your PhD classes, but it's about mental health and how we react on things. I remember so many things, and I hope I didn't leave out anything that was really so important, because I want to keep this episode short and sweet, just reminding you that we can get somewhere and stay just motivated. Stick on to your goals and work so hard towards them, but don't forget to take good care of yourself, because this is really important. It can be very overwhelming here. It can be really under pressure, but remember, you set goals, you know what you want to do, and just look up things online. Ask friends. When I say asking friends, we talked about expanding your community. It doesn't mean that you have to stay with your people all the time, because you know where they come from, you speak their language, you know the culture. You need to learn about others too, because that's where you get connected with other people, and you learn new stuff, and who knows what they're gonna say and what gonna brings you, like what door you can open for you. So I'm gonna just say that 2025, may it bring blessings to you guys, and just stick on the plan. Like, you have a plan, you have goals, and work so hard, because of course we are adults and we have to make a living here. And without going into so many details of all the episodes that I've done in the past, I want to say that all this year, like past year 2024, you've been truly an inspiration to me. That's why probably even my podcast is called Your Story, My Inspiration. And each time that I talk to somebody, each time that I speak with a guest, oh my God, I learned something new, or something that I wasn't sure about, then it confirms. Like, it's always good to learn from you. So if you feel like, you have an experience and you want to share, please drop a comment. And if we made it to 62 subscribers today, because I started with almost, it was a zero, to be honest with you, 0 subscribers. Then we started at 30, we hit on 62, which means we can get on 100, who knows, this year, maybe midsummer. So do your thing, share, and make sure that people know, like, anyone who you think this podcast would be useful for them, please share, because this is how we build the community. And of course, I'm always open to new ideas. Don't hesitate. And what else? God bless you all. I love you all, and I can't wait for the next time. I will keep just reaching out to people that you may need to hear their experience and interesting topics. And I hope that this year brings you more clarity of what you want to do, and prosperity. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Remind you, this is Your Story, My Inspiration podcast. My YouTube channel is Rosine D. Kamugisha. Let's make it like a big community. Let's communicate there. If you know people who just need where to hang out, it's about exchanging ideas. Titi Keza, thank you so much about the African parenting versus Western parenting. I almost forgot that one, and it was really so fun. I had so much fun doing that episode with you, and thanks for sharing your expertise. And you are a wonderful person. Like, you are amazing. I hope I didn't leave out anything important that we did in 2024. I look forward to do more and more with you. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye.